started with today's lesson. Children, the first topic that we are going to discuss is to prove through an experiment that plants need carbon dioxide and sunlight to make food. For this, let's look at the experiment that we conducted in our previous classes. Children, in this experiment, we used this plant to see if carbon dioxide and sunlight are necessary for photosynthesis or not. On one leaf, a thick layer of Vaseline has been put. This will block the stomata through which carbon dioxide enters the leaf. On another leaf, we have put a strip of paper to block sunlight. During photosynthesis, plants prepare starch which is stored in the leaf. Now to check if photosynthesis has happened in these two leaves or not, the starch test will be done. I hope all of you remember the starch test where the chlorophyll is removed and then when iodine is put on the leaf, it mixes with the starch and turns blue-black. And if there is no starch present in the leaf, then it will not change color, which would prove that photosynthesis has not happened. Children, now from this setup, the leaf which is covered with Vaseline, the leaf covered with paper, and a normal leaf which did not have Vaseline or was not covered with paper will be taken and the starch test will be done on these three. And then we will see what the results are. But first, let's quickly look at the video which will show us how the starch test is done to check if photosynthesis has happened in these leaves or not.
Plants produce sugar during photosynthesis. This sugar is stored in the leaves as starch. To test the leaf for starch, the first step is to kill the leaf. The leaf is killed by immersing it in boiling water for a few minutes. The flame is turned off and the leaf is removed. The leaf is then placed in a boiling tube of alcohol. The boiling tube is then placed into a beaker of hot water. The alcohol begins to boil and the leaf slowly loses its green color. The alcohol is poured away. The leaf is then placed back into the hot water. This is to soften it. The leaf is placed on a white tile. The iodine test for starch can now be carried out. The leaf is stained dark blue. This indicates the presence of starch.
Children, after removing the chlorophyll and putting iodine on the leaves, this is the result. Now you can see the leaf without Vaseline. The leaf which did not have Vaseline, the moment chlorophyll was removed and iodine was put on that leaf, it turned blue-black, which shows that photosynthesis has happened on this leaf because it shows the presence of starch. Now the leaf which was covered with Vaseline, when the chlorophyll was removed and iodine was put on that leaf, it did not change color. It shows that there was no starch present in the leaf, which proves that photosynthesis did not happen in this leaf. Hence, now we know that carbon dioxide is essential for a leaf to make food and for the photosynthesis to happen. Children, now let's discuss if sunlight is necessary for photosynthesis or not. So, again, a leaf which was not covered with a strip of paper is taken and the leaf which was covered with a strip of paper. Now after removing the chlorophyll and doing the iodine test, the leaf which was not covered with a strip of paper turned blue-black, and the leaf which was covered with a strip of paper, when chlorophyll was removed and iodine was put on that leaf, it did not change color, which proves that there is no starch in this leaf and photosynthesis did not happen. So children, now we know that for photosynthesis to happen, sunlight is absolutely essential. Children, After watching the experiment, I have a couple of questions for all of you. You have to first explain why did the leaf covered with Vaseline not change color after the iodine test. And the next is explain what is proved by the leaf which was not covered with Vaseline or strip of paper. To answer these two questions, I'm going to give you 1 minute and your time starts now. Children, now let's discuss the answers. The first one, why did the leaf covered with Vaseline not change color after the iodine test? And the answer is the leaf did not have starch, which is the food of the plant. Hence, it did not change color after iodine test. And the next question, what is proved by the leaf which was not covered with Vaseline or strip of paper? The answer is the leaf not covered with Vaseline or strip of paper turned blue-black after the iodine test as it had starch. This proves that carbon dioxide and sunlight are both necessary for photosynthesis. So children, the leaf which was not covered with Vaseline or strip of paper during photosynthesis made food. That is why it had starch present in it, and when iodine was put on it, it turned blue-black. So this proves that both carbon dioxide and sunlight are necessary for photosynthesis. Children, now we will revise the process of germination. First, let's look at the following slides to understand the conditions required for germination. Conditions required for germination. The first condition required for a seed to grow into a plant is good quality seeds. So, the very first important thing is that the seeds should be of good quality. If the seeds are rotten or if they are not good, then they will not germinate into plants. So, we have to remember that the first and the most important thing is that the seeds should be of good quality. The next is water. The second condition required for a seed to grow into a plant is correct amount of water. The water should be enough to keep the soil moist. Too much of water or too little of water will again not help the seed to grow into a plant. The third condition required for a seed to grow into a plant is enough sunlight. Yes, the seed should get enough sunlight to grow into a plant. And finally, temperature. The fourth condition required for a seed to grow into a plant is the correct temperature. If it's too cold, then the seed will not germinate into a plant, and even if it's too hot, then it will be difficult for it to grow into a plant. Children, now that we know the conditions required for germination, let's look at the process of germination from the following video.
Today, we will learn what happens in germination. Most seeds need to be planted into soil, get lots of water, air and sunlight to germinate. The water from the soil moistens the seed, food, and the baby plant uses the food to germinate. The root from the baby plant will grow downwards from the seed and will soak up the water from the soil. When it's absorbed enough water, the shoot will grow upward from the seed and into the air above the soil.
Children, I hope all of you are now ready to answer a question. Here you can see two columns, A and B. You have to match the two columns. This shows the stages of germination. Now to do this, I'm going to give you 1 minute and your time starts now. Children, now let's discuss the answer. Stage 1, a dry seed is sown which absorbs water. Stage 2, a tiny root comes out and grows downwards. In stage 3, the shoot forces itself out of the soil. Stage 4, the stem starts to grow upwards. And the final stage, the shoot grows leaves. So children, these are the stages of germination.